Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into something really practical.
Yeah, we've got a whole stack of material here. Dialogues, phrase guides, analyses.
Exactly, and we're boiling it all down into like the ultimate shortcut for navigating restaurants in English. Our mission today, to decode that dialogue so you can order confidently, sound natural, and, actually get what you want without any stress.
And that's maybe more crucial than it sounds initially. It's not just about learning words. It's more about the choreography of the service interaction. We've all been there, right? That little bit of panic when the server walks over.
Oh, yeah. Your carefully practiced sentences just vanish.
Exactly. So this deep dive is really about replacing that panic with immediate, useful phrases, fluency markers, essentially.
Fluency markers, I like that. Because the goal isn't just to be understood, it's to use the language that, well, native speakers expect in that situation, whether they're staff or customers. So we're going step by step, from walking in the door right through to paying. We want you to sound, not just okay, but really polished. Okay, let's start right at the beginning. That first contact, you walk up to the host stand.
And usually it kicks off with a greeting and then that key question. Good evening. Welcome to restaurant name. How many people are in your party? And it's funny, that word party trips a lot of people up.
Yeah.
Yeah, our sources show learners often think it means like a celebration, a birthday party or something.
Right.
But here, it's just the standard way to ask about your group size. Nothing more complicated than that. It's just the first sorting question they ask.
Okay, good to know. So it's universal, and when you answer, speed seems kind of important, right?
Yeah.
Standing at the door.
Totally. Efficiency matters there. You don't need a big, long sentence.
So what are the best, most natural ways to answer quickly? Well, the absolute simplest is often just a fragment like, table for two, please. Super quick. Okay, table for two, please. Or you can give a tiny bit more information like, there are three of us. Using the contraction, there are.
Yes. Using there are instead of, say, we are three people, that contraction instantly makes you sound more natural, less stiff.
Yeah, we are three people sounds a bit formal.
A little bit, yeah. There are three of us. It's just smooth. It shows you're comfortable right away.
I did find that difference interesting in the sources. Table for three, please, versus there are three of us. Is there a subtle difference in when you'd use them?
There kind of is, yeah. Think of table for three, please, as almost like a quick instruction, maybe if the host looks busy.
Okay.
Whereas there are three of us feels more like part of a direct back and forth conversation. One's a command, the other's a statement.
Makes sense. Okay, so you're seated. What's next? Usually drinks, right? Always drinks first. It's rare they jump straight to food. And the phrasing is often quite specific. You'll hear, can I start you off with something to drink? Yeah, that phrase, start you off, it's classic service language, isn't it?
It really is.
It's not just, are you thirsty? It's signaling, like the beginning of the service process.
Absolutely. Would you like something to drink? Sounds a bit blunt in comparison.
Yeah.
Can I start you off? Is that polite opening move. And your response, even just for water, sets the tone.
So you need those simple, polite ordering phrases we're going to talk about.
Exactly. Even for water, like, I'll have a glass of sparkling water, please. Or, I'd like a Coke, please. And notice the please.
Always please.
Always. That consistent politeness, even this early, is already marking you out.
Okay, so drinks are sorted. You've maybe had a minute with the menu.
Yeah.
Now the big moment, ordering the main course.
A moment of truth.
Yeah. And our analysis showed that native speakers really lean heavily on basically two main ways of doing this. You kind of have to know these two. This is where we get beyond just basic grammar into what actually sounds fluent. So Formula One uses I will, but contracted. I'll have.
Right.
I'll have.
For example, I'll have the grilled chicken with rice. It sounds, decisive, confident, like, I've decided, here's my order.
Okay, I'll have. Got it. What's number two? Number two uses the conditional, which automatically adds a layer of politeness. I'd like.
Yeah.
Which is short for I would like.
Yes. I'd like.
So I'd like the vegetable pasta, please? Or I'd like a salad, please?
So I'll have and I'd like. Is one, better? Or are they pretty much interchangeable when you're ordering food?
For the main course, they're almost interchangeable. But there's a slight nuance, and that's the deep dive, right?
Okay, yeah.
The sources suggest I'll have might be a touch more common in, say, faster, more casual places. It feels a bit quicker.
I'd like is grammatically super safe. And because it uses would, it's inherently a bit more formal, maybe slightly more polite. It literally implies, It would please me if I got this.
Right. It's softer than just saying, I want.
Oh, definitely. Saying I want the salad is grammatically fine, but boy, does it sound demanding.
Yeah, it flags you immediately, doesn't it?
It really does. It sounds abrupt. So I'd like, or I'll have, are your safety nets for sounding polite and natural.
So the fluency hack is really using that contraction,
Oh, yeah.
or conditional I'd. Okay. But ordering isn't always simple. What if you need more time
Uh-huh.
or help choosing?
Good point. If you need time, you need a polite way to pause things. Something like, could we have a few more minutes, please? Works perfectly.
Nice and simple.
And if you're genuinely stuck, asking what you recommend is fantastic, especially if you're a learner,
Yeah. Why especially?
because it turns the transaction into more of a conversation. It takes the pressure off you to choose perfectly.
That makes sense. Okay, and what about changing things? Modifications.
Yeah.
Super important for allergies or just preferences.
Crucial, and you can't just blurt out no onions.
Right. Needs that politeness filter. Exactly.
Yeah.
The structure needs to be a request, not an instruction. Our research points to this phrase, being the best. Can I get this without X? Okay. Can I get this without?
Yeah. Can I get the burger without onions? Simple. Or if you're swapping something, could I substitute the fries for a salad, please?
Okay. Substitute is a good word there, too.
Mm-hmm. Using phrases like, can I get this without, or could I substitute, shows you understand how to make a request politely within their system.
Yeah, it sounds way more fluent than trying to build a complex sentence to explain why you don't want onions.
Totally. It's clear, polite, and gets the job done. A win-win, like you said.
All right, main course done, plates cleared. You're chatting away. Now we're into the final stages. Dessert often comes up first, right?
Often, yes. It's the first kind of post-meal check-in.
The server comes over, and they'll probably ask something like, would you like any dessert today? I noticed the today part in the sources makes it specific.
Yeah, it anchors it to this particular visit. Now, if you're thinking about it, but not sure.
You need that polite delay again. Exactly. You don't want to just say no abruptly if you might want coffee later, for instance. A good option is maybe later. Can we see the dessert menu when we're ready? That keeps the option open. Nice.
Yeah, it signals you know the meal structure isn't quite over yet. Okay, so let's say dessert is done, or you skipped it. Now we hit the really crucial final bit, getting the bill. Or
Yeah.
the check. Ah, yes, the great geographical divide. This came up quite a bit in the source material.
It's fascinating, isn't it? So first, how might the waiter prompt you?
Well, they might directly ask, are you ready for the check? Or sometimes it's more indirect, like, can I get you anything else?
And if you say no thank you to that?
That's usually the signal that, okay, you're probably ready to pay. But often, you, the customer, need to ask.
Right. So what are the key phrases for us to use? Okay, this is the core difference. You need one of two words, check or bill. And it depends where you are.
Exactly. If you are in the United States.
It's check. It's check. Your go-to phrase should be, we're ready for the check, please. Or simply, can I have the check, please? Okay.
Yeah?
U.S. is check. And if you're across the pond, in the U.K. or maybe Australia, Canada.
Then your word is bill. Primarily bill.
So can I have the bill, please?
Precisely. Can I have the bill, please?
Now, obviously, they'll probably understand either word in either place, right?
Oh, almost certainly. A waiter in London knows what a check is and vice versa in New York.
Right.
But
using the local term is better?
it's such a strong fluency marker. It shows you're not just speaking English, you're speaking the English of that place. It subtly signals belonging, or at least awareness.
It makes you sound less like a tourist, maybe, more
Well, no,
integrated.
Exactly. It's a tiny adjustment, just one word, but it carries a lot of weight in sounding, really fluent and comfortable.
It's like a linguistic password. Okay, so check or bill sorted, but the politeness doesn't stop there, does it?
Absolutely not. Right up to the very end. The closing interaction matters too.
The waiter might ask, how's everything?
Mm-hmm. And even if you're just leaving, a simple, sincere, thank you, the food was delicious, or thanks, it was great, really closes that loop nicely.
It reinforces that polite tone you started with, I'd like.
Exactly. It carries it all the way through. Good manners, end to end. Hashtag synthesis and final takeaways. So if we kind of pull all this together, what's the main takeaway? I think it's that sounding good in an English restaurant isn't just about knowing lots of words.
No, it seems much more about using those softening words and phrases consistently.
That's it. The sources kept pointing to things like contractions, I'll, I'd, and those conditional phrases. They create that easygoing, non-demanding feel.
And politeness, constant politeness.
The ultimate fluency hack. Using please and thank you liberally just makes your English sound so much more natural in these service situations.
Okay, that's the big picture. But if you, listening right now, could only remember, say, 3 absolutely essential things from this deep dive, 3 things to guarantee smooth sailing, what would they be?
Ooh, top 3.
Okay. Number 1, I'd say, is handling your group size right at the start. That initial interaction, definitely. Remember the simplicity. Table for 2, please. Quick, easy, polite. Okay. Number 2, has to be the core ordering phrases, using those fluency markers, I'll have or I'd like. Never just I want, right? I'll have or I'd like, plus please.
Plus please, always.
And number 3,
Gotta be knowing how to wrap it all up, asking for the payment correctly.
the check or the bill.
Depending on where you are. Can I have the check, please? Or can I have the bill, please? Knowing that distinction is key.
Group size, the I'll have, I'd like structure, and check versus bill. Got it.
Master those 3, and you're basically set. You've got the framework to sound really comfortable, truly integrated into the dining culture, not just, understood.
Yeah.
And think about that check versus bill thing again. We spent a bit of time on it, but it's such a neat example.
It is.
That tiny difference, just one word, is such a powerful reminder that language isn't static, right? It shifts and changes depending on, well, literally where you're standing. So what does that really mean for you stepping into a restaurant next time? It means you've now got this little piece of insider knowledge. You can make that small tweak, choose check or bill, and instantly navigate service just that little bit more smoothly, more confidently, whether you're in New York or London, all down to one word.
That's a great final thought. So go out there, use these shortcuts, order that pasta, ask for no onions, grab the bill or the check with total confidence.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into confident ordering. We'll catch you next time.